Hey guys, Dustin here. Welcome to another episode of Horroritis, and I'm happy to say the return of 12 months of foreign horror. So for this video, I wanted to get back into some more Asian horror, and since I'm currently learning Mandarin Chinese, I figured, China, why not? The problem with that is mainland China doesn't exactly put out a lot of horror movies, mostly because the government censors them a lot and there's a lot of rules and restrictions and stuff. You can't have like time travel or certain themes on TV or movies in mainland China. So we have to go to other places to get our Chinese horror fix. So in this case, we're going to Hong Kong. So let's jump right in. First movie is from 2004, and that is Dumplings. When an aging TV star wants to become attractive to her husband again, she turns to Aunt May, who makes dumplings that make you younger, but the secret ingredient may be too much to handle. So this one's actually a full-length version of a short that you can find on the Asian anthology 3 Extremes. And it's pretty much like I just said, a woman who's aging wants to become younger, so she finds somebody who is essentially a witch doctor to make her these special dumplings, but the secret ingredient is kind of crazy and has some side effects, and it's actually a really good movie that deals with some heavy subjects while at the same time being creepy and gross as hell. So if that sounds awesome to you, because it is awesome, so it should, check that one out. Next on the list is Recycle from 2006. A romance novelist who's trying to write a horror novel meets one of her characters and follows him into her own terror-filled fictional world. When you hear the words visually stunning, this movie should come to mind. This movie's actually won awards for its visual effects, and that was back in 2006, and even now the effects still hold up really well. It's essentially a woman who gets sucked into the own world she's creating, where ideas and imagination go to die and rot, kind of like a scary Toy Story graveyard type thing. It's actually pretty friggin' awesome. Next up is Biozombie from 1998. A group of young shoppers and employees must band together when a zombie outbreak overruns their Hong Kong shopping center. I'm just gonna say it. Asian humor is a little bit weird to me, and this movie kind of gives you a glimpse of that. Now, it's exactly what you would expect from a 1998 zombie movie, so all the effects are practical. It's rubber makeup and suits and fake blood and just pure cheese and awesomeness. And since it's half comedy, it's not the same old zombie movie you've seen a million times. You probably won't get bored with this one. Last on the list is The Era of Vampires, aka Vampire Hunters from 2003. In 19th century China, an evil monk awakens a nest of vampires, and it's up to some magical martial arts masters to defeat the Vampire King. Now, if you're not familiar with Asian lore, specifically Chinese vampire lore, there's multiple levels of vampires. The Vampire Master has almost magical powers and can do all sorts of crazy cool things, but the lower level vampires are in essence useless. They can't even walk or talk or think. They just kind of hop around and chase people who have blood, I guess. That being said, this movie is fantastic. It is kung fu, it is magic, it is vampires, both upper level and lower level Chinese vampires. It is quite possibly one of the most fun vampire movies I have seen in a very long time. And as a special mention, if this sounds interesting to you, check out the Chinese movie Mr. Vampire, which is kind of an earlier comedy version of this, which actually also spawned a series. So that's worth looking at as well. So that's it for this episode of Horroritis. You can share your own list in the comments below. Be sure to hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. I've got more reviews coming very soon. As always, if you want to get a hold of me personally, you can do it in the comments, or you can hit me up on Facebook and Twitter, both at The Horroritis. Also, if you love this channel like I love this channel, and as I've said 100 times, I love this channel, please consider going to patreon.com/horroritis. There you can donate anything from $1 on up for as long as you want. It's completely up to you. And everything we get from the Patreon page goes directly back into the channel to improve equipment and production and possibly more giveaways, which I have got some giveaways coming up very, very soon. Also, go check out my Craptastic Giveaway 1, which you will find linked below. So as always, until next time, I'm Dustin. This was Horroritis. Don't eat the dumplings.